Hey everybody, and happy Thursday from me and Sadie.
Hi, Sadie.
And she's going to practice with us again tonight. So, yeah.
All right.
First, before we get started, we're going to work on hip openers tonight because I know that's kind of everybody's favorite. So, we've got to take the magic yoga cube and find out what pose it says we have to do. So, let's see. What do you think, Sadie? See, it's bouncing around, and it says child's pose. Okay, so of course, I always give you a choice between child's pose and happy puppy. So, right, Sadie? Because we want to do the puppy.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to get started with some sun salutations. So, find your favorite wall. Bring yourself into mountain pose. You gonna come into mountain pose? Yes. So feet to hip width apart or wider. Outside edges of your feet are parallel. Sadie's checking out the props. Arms down by your side. And let's start some nice deep breaths. Out. No paw. Don't do that. That hurts. That's why you're going to BDN school. On the inhale, let's take the arms up. I got to turn my fan off or I'll cut my arms off, which would not be a good thing. Not at all. All right. Here we go. Maybe. Yep, somebody just gave you a heart, Sadie. I don't think it was for me. All right, inhale, we're going to take the arms up, interlace the fingers with the index fingers pointing. On the exhale, we're going to bend to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend to the right. Inhale back to center, separate your hands, soften your knees, and fold forward, and get a kiss from Sadie. Hi, baby. Into your standing forward bend. Letting your head lead you on the inhale, rise back to standing, palms come together, hands into your heart, step to the wall, extending your arms. On the exhale, we're going to bend those elbows. On the inhale, coming back up. And then on our next inhale, we're going to take the left leg back, watching carefully for who is behind us. Miss Sadie Katie. Sadie has her own mat now, so we're excited. Inhale, stepping back up. And on your next inhale, take your right leg back. What are you going to do, Sadie? You want to teach the class? It's not a class, though. You want to teach the practice? You want to share the practice? Inhale, stepping back up. Exhale, walking out into half down dog at the wall. Woof, woof. Inhale, coming back up. Push away from the wall. On the inhale, take your arms up. On the exhale, fold. I see. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise back to standing. Hands coming together and down into Anjali Mudra. On the inhale, sweeping your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. On the exhale, we're going to bend to the right this time. Inhale back to center. And exhale, bend to the left. Oh, that feels good. Inhale back to center, separate your hands, soften your knees, and fold forward. You know, Sadie, you have your own mat. Just saying. Okay. Let your head lead you on the inhale, rise back to standing, hands into your heart, step to the wall, extend your arms fully. On the exhale, bending the elbows. On the inhale, pushing back up. Of course, the kiss is optional. Inhale, taking your right leg back. Make sure that that left knee is stacked over the ankle. Miss Kelly Hill is in the house. Yeah. Inhale, stepping back up. On your next inhale, taking the left leg back. Oh, that feels so good. Oh my goodness. Inhale, stepping back up. On the exhale, walking out into half down dog. Uh-oh. And I just fixed this before we started. That poster just wants to fall on me all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Inhale, coming back up. Step back away from the wall. On the inhale, take your arms up. Palms come together. On the exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, let your head lead you as you rise back to standing. Hands into your heart into Anjali Mudra. And then we'll come back to the top of our mat. Coming back into mountain pose. course, taking your hands down by your side, relax your shoulders. Nice deep breaths, standing nice and tall, rooting your feet down into the mat. On the next inhale, taking your arms up to the ceiling, bringing the palms together. On the exhale, soft knees as you fold forward, coming into your standing forward bend, where you can take your hands to the backs of your legs, to the mat, to the block, to your shins if you would prefer to be in half standing forward bend. I was way out of camera range. Now you see my butt. If you want to grab hold of opposite elbows and sway in pendulum pose, feel free to do so. Sadie, don't do that on camera. Oh, goodness. Little girl. Just breathe. Keep the knees nice and soft. If you are swaying, come to a stop. Bring the hands down to the mat. This is going to be the tricky part. On the inhale, we're going to take, Sadie, you're going to have to move, baby. Sadie. We're going to take the left leg back, except I can't get my left leg back. Sadie's right leg. Turn that back foot to 45 degrees. Inhale and rise into warrior two. Well, when you're practicing with a puppy, sometimes you have to improvise. So my back foot is kind of off my mat, and I'm a little sideways, but that's okay. So make sure that that right knee is stacked over the right ankle. Your body is at center. Arms are up level with one another, and you're looking out over your right hand in warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Remember that if you have to make any adjustments in your stance, you want to do it with the back foot, not the front. And just keep breathing. Sadie, I gave you your own mat. Why aren't you on it? Because you like mine better? Okay. She likes to be close to me. On the inhale, let's reverse the warrior, taking the right hand up to the sky, the left hand down your back leg. You can look up or down. Just keep the breath going. If you get dizzy, you of course would want to look down, not up. So that's just going to make you more dizzy. Inhale, coming back up into warrior two, straighten the front leg. On the exhale, we're going to hinge out over that leg, bringing the left hand up to the sky, coming into triangle pose. Taking your hand either to the shin or to a block or to the floor, but keep that chest open. Don't want to go down too far with your hand and then the chest starts to go towards the floor. Love me some triangle pose. And we'll inhale back up, release your arms, shake your legs out a little. And then we're going to take a nice wide stance, comfortable but challenging. Making sure the outside edges of your feet are parallel once again. On the inhale, we're going to bring the arms up, palms come together. On the exhale, soften your knees and fold forward into your wide leg standing forward bend. I feel like I'm right on the camera tonight. I don't know. I think I need to position my mat differently, but with Sadie's mat in here, it was kind of hard to do. So you're going to walk your hands out in front of your body, push into your palms, forming your torso into a tabletop. Breathe. Feel your upper back stretch. Then we'll walk the hands back in. And on the exhale, we're going to walk over to the right leg, taking the right hand to the back of the leg, the left hand to the foot. If you need to bend your knee a little bit to get your torso close to your leg, go ahead and do so. Just breathe. And then we'll exhale back through center. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, walking over to the left side. And again, if you need to bend your knee a little bit, go ahead and do so. Are you comfy, Sadie Ray? And then we'll exhale, walking back to center. Let your head lead you. On the inhale, rise back to standing, hands into your heart. We're going to turn the left foot out to the back of the room. The right foot will come to 45 degrees. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lunge into warrior two. You're taking up a lot of my mat too, I gotta say. You got about a third of it. Okay. She just gave me like 2 inches worth of space. Woohoo! Oh goodness. Inhale, reversing the warrior, taking the right hand down your back leg and the left arm up to the sky. Once again, listening to your neck, looking up or down. It's up to you. I got some Sadie fur up my nose. Happens a lot around here. Inhale back up into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. On the exhale, hinging out into triangle. Bringing the right arm up to the sky. Palm is open, full of energy. Breathing. We're going to inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release your arms. Shake your legs out a little bit. Get the blood flowing. Yeah. Then we're going to take the legs wide again. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. And we're going to do some side lunges. So you can do these any way you want. If you prefer to be upright doing your lunges, you can do that. If you need the mat to assist you, then go ahead and do that. And you're just going to breathe and move from side to side. If you want to lift the foot of the straight leg as you're moving, you can do that. Kind of make it your own. Just getting some stretch into the hips, opening everything up. I know some people like to come up like this. That's a bit much for me sometimes, so I'm just going to stay down. And then one more. Stretching out, coming back to center. Inhale, let your head lead you, and we're going to come back to standing and bring the legs back together. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, so let's see. I think we'll do a balance challenge tonight. Woo! So, balance challenge. Which one can we do? Let's do tree to warrior three. So, make sure you got your focal point, and of course, you're welcome to do one or the other or both. It's up to you. Find your breath. Nice strong left leg. Whenever you're ready, bring the right foot either with the toes to the mat and the foot resting against the shin, or you can bring the right foot all the way up into the middle of the left shin, which would be the outside of the shin, of course. Sorry, allergies. Ugh. Or you can bring the foot all the way up into the left thigh. Make sure you're pushing your foot and your thigh together, hugging everything up to the midline of the body. Keep your focal point. If you want to grow your tree, grow your tree. Just be aware of where your center of gravity is. If you start to wobble, that's okay. It's very windy today, so you'll be all right. Of course, whenever you're ready, bring your hands back into Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Release your foot, keep your focal point, and start to come up into warrior three. I know this one is a real challenging one. Woo! In fact, I'm going to come out of it. That left side is not my easy side to do this. Once you're up into warrior three, if you can get up into it, you want to balance out your hips. So drop your right hip, keep your left hip up. The right foot is flexed. See if I can do it without talking. Breathe, focus. When you're ready to come out of it, bend the left knee and release the right foot to the floor. So, Warrior 3 is difficult sometimes, and for me, it used to be one of my easiest poses, but now I have a hard time with it on the left side. Just remember that when you're doing something like that, if you pop out of it, you gotta build it slowly and start from scratch. Don't try and pop back into it. Okay, so getting your focal point once again. Nice strong right leg this time. We're gonna bring the left foot to wherever you want in tree pose. Focus and breathe. And I'm going to focus and breathe as well. So whenever you're ready to go into Warrior 3, you go ahead and do it. Don't wait for me. Once you're in Warrior 3, remember to drop your left hip. That'll raise the right hip. Right leg is straight. When you're ready to come out, bend the right leg, take the left foot down to the mat, and out we come. Woohoo! Alright, I'm going to turn the fan back on as we prepare to descend to the mat, and hopefully Sadie's going to cooperate with me a little bit because I'm going to need some of this mat. Alright, so let's come back towards the top of our mats. We're going to take our feet out wide, turning the toes out this time. Hands into Anjali Mudra. Just remember as we start to descend into Malasana, garland pose, that if you cannot do this pose, that's fine. Get down to the mat however you feel comfortable doing that, whether it's through down dog or just coming down to the mat. That's up to you. Don't ever do a pose that you're not comfortable with or you can't do. Don't attempt it. Alright, on the exhale, we're going to squat down. I got to bring the camera down so you guys will squat down. There we go. And, oh yeah. This pose always feels so good to me. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, yeah. I could stay in this for a really long time too. But we have other poses to do. So, we're going to bring the hands to the mat and assist ourselves down. Sadie, baby, you're gonna have to give Mama some room. She's like, no, I'm not. She just looked at me like, why did you push me, Mama? Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's come on to all fours, making sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. Tops of the feet are flat. On the inhale, drop the belly, look up to the ceiling. On the exhale, bring the chin into the chest, rounding the back. Moving through cat-cow. Meow. Take your time. Stretch your back. And breathe. On your next inhale, turn your toes under. On the exhale, we're going to move back into downward facing dog. This is where I really get a challenge because Sadie will not move any further. She's got her own mat right over there. It's right there. But she's crazy. And she doesn't come in here until I go live. Like last night, she didn't come in at all. All right, nice deep breaths. On the inhale, let's take the left leg up to the sky, lengthen from fingertips to toes, and exhale. We're going to bring that knee up to the top of the mat, coming to pigeon pose. Miss Debbie has joined us. Yes, you're late, but that's okay. You're here. Kelly's here. Yoga time. Yeah. All right, make sure that you're resting on your shin and that your knee is pointed forward. The right foot is extended behind you. Mine's extended as much as I can get it without kicking my puppy, because I don't want to do that. She's having a hard enough time. You can stay up on your palms or come down onto your forearms or a block or bolster. In Ekapada or Jakapatasana, pigeon pose. Oh, yeah. I can't stay in this as long as I used to because I'm still having some issues, but it does feel good. And I can at least do it now, so I'm happy about that. Just breathe. Make sure your hips are balanced out with the floor. Then we're going to come back up onto the palms. Turn the toes of the back foot under. Inhale back into your 3-leg down dog. And then set that left foot down on the mat. On your next inhale, taking your right leg up to the sky, lengthen out. And exhale, bring that knee up to the top of your mat. And breathe. And then when you're ready to rest, come down to resting however you please tonight. And remember, if you have any trouble with your knee when you're doing, and I mean the extended leg, like if your knee is tender, put a blanket under it. It'll be good. If your bent knee gives you some problems, then try doing this as an open pose. Instead of closing that knee off, put a bolster under you and open that knee up as wide as you can. You still get the same nice hip stretch. All right, let's come back up onto our palms. Turn the toes of the back foot under. Inhale, coming back into our 3-leg down dog. Exhale that right foot down onto the mat, back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, coming out into plank. Nice strong planks. Push into your palms, push your back up. And then on the exhale, we're going to drop the knees, bend the elbows, glue them in, and come on down to the mat in Cobra. Okay. Y'all can't see my head or my upper body, and that's okay, but I am in Cobra. She's kicking me because I touched her paw and she don't like that. Make sure that your elbows are glued into your side, knees are lifted, tops of the feet are flat, although I can't do that right now because she's back there. Let the breath raise and lower you. And then exhale all the way down to the mat. So we're going to go into half frog, Ardha Bhikasana. So we're going to extend the right arm out onto the mat in front of you. In this case, I really can't because I'm at the wall. So I'm just going to put mine on the floor and do the best I can. Bending the left foot, you're going to grab hold of that foot with your left hand, either pulling it down towards your buns or toward the outside of your body. And rib. The right knee is lifted, and we're breathing. And then we're going to release that foot. Make sure I'm not kicking Sadie. Extend your left arm. Reach back with your right hand, grabbing hold of your right foot. The left knee is lifted. Bit. I know, I amuse myself. And then release that foot. I gotta see where Sadie is. I don't want to kick her. Take your hands down to the base of your chest, drop your knees, push up onto all fours, and you can come back into child's pose, which was our yoga cubes pose for tonight, or into happy puppy if you prefer, which I do. If you're in child's pose, give yourself as much room as you need. Widen those knees out. I'm sorry, Sadie, I'm not trying to touch your paw, but you're laying right there, baby. If you would go on your mat, you wouldn't get your paws touched. I think that's a little freaky, by the way, that you don't like having your paws touched. Just breathe. And exhale, walk your hands back in, and we're gonna come down to seated. Like if you accidentally touch Sadie's paw, she freaks out. It's like she jerks. All right, let's extend both legs out in front of us. Feet are flexed. Pull the buns out. Butt luggage going on a trip. Fingertips, hands down to your side. I was thinking, never mind, I'm out of it. So take your hands down by your hips. Relax your shoulders. Bend your elbows if you need to. Pushing gently into the mat. Nice deep breaths as we're in Dandasana, staff pose. So if you need some space as we get ready to go into seated forward bend, go ahead and widen your legs out. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Palms are facing one another and about shoulder width apart. Lengthen, take your extra breath, Kelly, and exhale, fold. Into seated forward bend. Try to keep the crown of your head lined up down your spine. Your back is as flat as possible. Hands can go to the outside edges of your feet, to your shins, to the mat. Use a strap if you want. Just try and keep the chest open. And breathe. At the end of your next exhale, walk your hands back in. We're going to bring the right foot flat to the mat. Adjust it however you need it to be tonight. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, bringing the left arm up. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the right into Marishasana 3. Are you comfy? Yeah. You can either look to your right or over your right shoulder. Just making sure that the spine is nice and straight. And then we'll exhale back to center and release that foot onto the mat and bring your left foot flat to the mat and your left hand behind you. Inhale your right arm up and exhale, twist to the left. Because what we do on one side, we got to do on the other side. So we won't be any more unbalanced than we already are. Notice I didn't say we won't be unbalanced because I know you people. Some of you I know quite well. It's all good. Breathe. Exhale, turn forward. All right. Well, we did half frog, so now we're going to do full frog. So, grab your blankets, put them out to the side of your mat, end to end. Ooh. Turn sideways on the mat, one knee on each blanket, hands to the mat in front of you, or to the floor. On the exhale, we're going to separate the knees. Keep your feet together initially. Once you are in the position you want to be in, you can either separate your feet out or you can keep them here. If you separate, it's more of an intense stretch. You can stay up on your palms, you can come down on your forearms, a bolster, blocks, whatever you want to do. Ribbit, ribbit. Just breathe and rest. Just a couple more breaths. And then exhale and come on up. I know Debbie would stay in this forever, but most of us can't take it that long. Up onto your palms. Bring your feet back together if they're separated. Bring your knees back together. And sit back down. Whew. And if you want to, you can kind of flutter the knees a little bit just to kind of stretch it all out. All right, we're gonna come down onto our backs. Whoops, and I just threw my clippy across the room. Well, I'm going to attempt to come onto my back. Me and Sadie. Can I have some room? Go lay on your mat, Sadie. Oh, she's gonna come get the picture now. What are you doing? He's gonna give me some kisses. All right. Okay, so let's see. Sadie, stop, baby. Let's bring the feet flat to the mat with the ankles underneath the knees and the feet to about hip width apart. Arms down by your side, palms are flat. Inhale, lifting the hips into easy bridge. Set you, Bonda. She's trying to kiss me while I'm talking. Release your chin away from your chest. Knees hugged into the midline of the mat. Why don't you lay down on your mat, baby? Look, right there. There you go. Lay down right over there. She's like, no. Ow! No paw. No, no, no. That is mean. That's why you're going to obedience school. Stop licking me, Sadie. Stop. She's licking my hand. Push into your feet. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll exhale down to the mat. Bring the knees into your chest, and you can either cross your ankles and rock in cradle rock, or you can come into happy baby and rock there. Hi, Sadie. Mommy loves you. Just rock and massage your back. Oh, yeah. Then we'll come to a stop. Bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace your fingers around your outside edges of your feet or grab hold of your ankles. And then pull the feet down into bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Sadie. Don't lick Mama's eye. That's weird. Do you want to go out now? And then we'll exhale, release. Bring the feet down to the mat. No paw. No paw. No. No. Do you need to go outside? All right. Let me let her out. I think. Sadie, do you want to go out? Are you going to go or are you going to stay? Go on, go tell Daddy. You need to go out, Daddy. Okay. Well, that was fun. At least I get my whole mat back now. All right. So let's extend the left leg onto the mat. Bring the right knee into the chest. Right arm goes out to the side of the body and the left hand stays on the right knee. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the left into revolved abdomen. Keeping your shoulders as flat to the mat as possible. And resting that right foot somewhere. Don't leave it hanging. You can look up to the ceiling or over your right shoulder to extend the twist all the way. And if you can't reach your knee, just take your hand to your thigh. You just want to give it some leverage. Stretching out the gluteus maximus. And breathe. Then we'll inhale that knee back up, give it a little tug into your chest, extend it onto your mat. Inhale the left knee in, left arm goes out to the side of the body, the right hand stays on that knee, and on the exhale we're going to twist to the right. Once again, keeping your shoulders as flat to the mat as possible and looking up to the ceiling or over your left shoulder. Let's inhale that knee back up. Bring the other knee in and take the feet flat to the mat. And we're going to do some windshield wipers before we go into Shavasana. So you can rest your hands wherever you'd like. And then on the exhale, you're just going to start doing your wipers as deep or as shallow as you would like. Take your time. Stretch it out. And one more side, and then back to center. And then get whatever you need to come into Shavasana. Whatever props you might want tonight. Come down onto your back if you're not already there, which you should be, because that's where we were a minute ago. Take your legs out to the width of the mat. Arms down by your side or on your belly. Close your eyes. Bring your breath back to its natural rhythm. And just relax. start to get some movement back into your bodies. Coming gently out of Shavasana. When you're ready, rolling to one side. Come here, Sadie. And resting for a couple of breaths before coming gently back to seated. Sadie, come here. You gonna give him my final thought for tonight? If she knew what it was, she'd give it to you, I'm sure. Okay, there we go. So my final thought for tonight is it's okay to be a glow stick, because sometimes you've got to break before you can shine. So remember that the next time something bad happens and you feel like you're kind of broken, when you come out of it, you'll be a glow stick and you'll shine. Ah. And Sadie, stop pawing me. Thank you for joining Sadie and myself in our practice tonight. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Love you guys.